We must join with it. We must join with permaculture. Embrace permaculture, or embrace your own destructor. Bonus points to those of you who understood those references, where they came from. Comments down below where they came from. So yes, now, question, or rather discussion. Many people don't get into gardening because they consider it a time-consuming activity. Although, of course, indeed it can be. But one thing that you can do, if you are time-stricken, if you will, in terms of what you can dedicate to gardening for whatever reason, maybe you've got a very time-consuming job, dependents, maybe you've just got loads of other things you want to do apart from gardening. Now, permaculture is so good because what you do is you put the plant in, the tree, and there it is, and people will be enjoying that, or hopefully will be enjoying that, for many, many years to come. So you think about so many of these trees that you see around, big fruit trees, whatever, chestnut trees, and have a look at those and think when they were planted, and you are enjoying the fruits of those, the nuts of those, whatever. And so will many other people, and the squirrels will as well. So many good things about permaculture. You can get root stocks, dwarf root stocks, you can get ones grafted into cordons, you can learn to graft your own trees. If you've got plenty of space, you can get some nice big trees. You can grow trees in polytunnels like you've seen me do, grapevines on fences, you can have fruit bushes, you can have fruit plants, you could include strawberries in permaculture if you will, because you know when the plants sort of get past their best, you can take runners and you can propagate. So you can include things like strawberries in permaculture. So basically permaculture means that is of which is permanent. And of course, you know, things like growing vegetables, of course, are great. We love growing vegetables, great thing to grow. But, you know, the weeding and things like that can be considered as a time-consuming thing to do. But with permaculture, like my little backyard orchard here in the grass, whatever, you know, run the strim around, the lawnmower around every other week, every 3 weeks, not even that in some cases, and that's all you really need to do. Of course, a bit of pruning when the time comes is required, but you understand where I'm coming from. And of course, with regards to sustenance and all that, you might think, well, yeah, a few pears ain't going to last me that long, and that is indeed true. Of course it is. But of course, you know, if you can incorporate things like nuts into that, you get a lot more sustenance and, you know, nutrition and things like that. I mean, my understanding is chestnuts were introduced to the UK to feed the Roman legions because, of course, it's a free food source once it's in there. So if you've got a garden big enough for nuts, you know, maybe consider it. So anyway, let's have a little look about, there's some blueberries there. Look, you can include those in permaculture. You know, look at this little dwarf pear. Look at that, look, absolutely loaded with pears. There we go. You've seen all my grapevines before. So much to do. Tracy, this one's for you. You can have a look at my tayberries because I know that you like tayberries. So there you go. Have a little look at those. You can have a really aesthetically pleasing cherry tree in your garden, covered in covers, so that the pigeons, which are flying around here and dive bombing, looking for cherries to eat, and part of me feels guilty actually depriving them of it, but honestly they even managed to get through the netting in some cases. Now, of course, with the advent of root stocks and things like that, things like root stocks and things, you know, you can grow trees in pots. So let's say you've only got room for one gardening item. You could have maybe a fruit tree in a pot. You could have, you know, a double grafted apple, one with 2 varieties on, and there really is just so much you can get into in terms of gardening, and doesn't have to be only for those who have got plenty of time and space. You know, such an amazing thing. So there you go, just a very, very quick discussion about permaculture. If you're a very, very busy person for whatever reason, or indeed if you're not, a beautiful thing to embrace. I mean, you know, I put this grapevine in, I don't know, a couple of years ago, not even that, and you can see just how many grapes are on it. The peach tree, look, just looking more and more full of peaches. You know, look at that, look, not going to be too long. I mean, that one there is going to probably be ready in a few weeks, but you know, so yeah, we can really, really see just how much is going on. So there we are, just amazing really. Okay peeps, so if you like my work, please feel free to like, share and subscribe, and as always you can check me out on Dan_Home Gardens on Instagram. Enjoy your evening, speak soon.